Another beautiful day here in the Carolinas. I'm not even kidding though, for real. Like, it's been like 1,000 degrees and we're finally starting to see that switch, and I'm so happy. But right now, while you are watching this, my husband Jason and I are actually in Italy right now. We're celebrating our wedding anniversary, but I wanted to be able to have a video come out to you guys because I've been getting a lot of questions about the exterior of our van, things like the solar, the windows, and the roof rack, more specifically. I started this channel after we did the exterior, I think because like we were learning a lot of lessons along the way of like things I just wish we had known beforehand. And then I was like, well, I think it would be really cool to like document this. I think it could be a lot of fun. And it's like a kind of a cool way for us to be able to look back on all of the hard work that we've put in and how much it's changed and how much we've grown, and also just to like help other people along the way. So anyways, all that to say, I started this channel after we did the solar, the windows, and the roof rack. So I don't have a ton of footage in terms of like how we actually did it. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to be able to just kind of take you on a quick tour of the exterior of the van so you can kind of see. Normally you see like the inside and all the work we've been doing on the inside, but there's stuff on the outside that we put a lot of work into and a lot of energy into. So I'd love for you guys to see that. And if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments. But okay, anyways, if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer them. So I guess I'm gonna go put the ladder up and let's go. She's so high. Okay, I'm done. All right, so the first thing that we did was we did our Maxxair Fans. We did 2 of them. We did one in the back and one in the front. I think I said this in one of my other videos, is that we bought Maxxair Fans that we thought were reversible because the Amazon listing said they were reversible, and then we installed them and we found out they were not. They only blow out instead of blowing out and in. So we got a rebate for it, which is nice. And it's not a big deal because at least the air is blowing out. That's kind of like the biggest point, right? You want all the hot air going out. So it's not the end of the world. It'll be fine. So just check your equipment before you install it. And then for our solar panels, we got 2 200-watt Renogy solar panels. I will say that this roof rack situation was a real pain in the tuchus. The whole deal with the roof rack was that most of the ones we were looking at, and then most of the ones that people have, like that I've seen videos on, were like $900 to $1,000, and we were just getting started. We just got the van and we're like, that's like a big chunk of money to put down right out the gate. So we're like, maybe there's an alternative. And we found this video, and this is like a big lesson that we learned, but we found this video that it showed us a cheaper way to do it, and it did work in the end. It was like $200 to $300, right? So we used unistruts. These attach directly to these, so you don't have to screw into the van at all. And then we have these Renogy brackets here, I don't know if you can see that, that connect the solar panels to the unistrut. And you can just get these for like 30, 40 bucks at like Home Depot or Lowe's. But here's where we went wrong. The video that we watched, and again, this was the big lesson that we learned, but the video that we watched didn't use these like specific Renogy solar panels. So our measurements were completely off when we did it. So the unistrut brackets didn't line up. So we had to drill an additional hole in the unistrut. And then right here was the part that we had to drill an additional hole. And you can't see it because we just basically used a significantly larger washer to secure that hole. So it ended up working out. It wasn't ideal, but we made it work. So if you're just looking for like a cheaper alternative than buying one of these, you can absolutely go for it. But the first lesson that I learned definitely is like, don't necessarily just put all your eggs in one YouTube video. And then definitely don't do that. And then also just like quadruple check your measurements. I will say this roof rack was a pain in the butt, but it saved us like $600-700 probably. So that's pretty cool. So underneath we literally used zip ties And we use like the pipe foam that you can get from, again, from like Home Depot or something like that. And we just use that to be able to connect the wires. That way it wasn't gonna like jingle around, make a bunch of noise and fly in the air. It was honestly like a very cheap, affordable solution to that. And then we got this super dope wind flare from Unaka. It helps on gas efficiency. It makes it a lot quieter and gives us peace of mind that our, I don't know, that our solar panels aren't gonna like fly away or something. Not that they will, because the unistruts are super, super secure, but yeah. Now onto the windows. So, and then of course we have our windows, and then we have this big side beautiful window. We got it from Vantech. We got it through eBay. I'm going to share the link in that because, fun fact, if you get a Vantech window and you order through eBay, you don't have to pay shipping. Well, at least we didn't have to. It was free shipping for us. So I'll put the link in the description if you are interested. But we opted in to have a window that did not open, and I will tell you why. Once you get a window that opens, it's more expensive. But then we were like, oh, well, what about the bugs? And what about the dogs and whatever? So then we were like, okay, well, then we need a window that has a screen, a bug screen, which makes it even more expensive. So we opted not to do that because we're like, we have the driver window, the passenger window, our sliding door is gonna be open. We have our bunk windows, our whole back doors are gonna be open. We're gonna have bug screens for all of those. It wasn't a big deal for us. Maybe it is for other people, but we're fine with that. So we added this trim on here. I think that's like the only thing that I would mention is that it's completely not necessary. It actually kind of makes things a little bit more complicated. It's just to make it look nice and clean. And even so, like, ours isn't super nice and clean. But we're gonna be framing the window, so you're not even gonna really see it anyways. So it's not 100% necessary, but oh well. And then of course we have our beautiful, now framed bunk windows. We got these from Flair Space. They're pretty cool. They open. They just haven't been opened in a hot second. So yeah, they got the little bug screen, which is nice. So again, we have our, got some leaves up there. We have our Maxxair Fans on the front and the back. We have our side window, our bunk windows, our solar panels, and our makeshift roof rack with a wind flare, wind fairing, wind something. So anyways, I will be back soonish. We have so much more to do on this van, and I'm actually going to document this whole friggin' process. So subscribe, stick around. Once we get back from our wedding anniversary trip, it's gonna be a pretty hectic van situation. So look, we have to frame this. Oh my gosh. Okay, subscribe. Be here for the ride, for the journey. Bye.